Hi, today I'd like to show you 3 bits of glass I've recently purchased. Now this one, it's a huge, if you look at my hand against it, it's a large vase, crystal, and it came from a charity shop. I think I paid about £6 for it, £6 to £8, nothing much. I'm not sure what it is, but this has all been cut out. So if you can see that. They've got an owl, all been etched out, and this log has been etched out, very heavy. I'm not sure who made this. Maybe somebody could tell me if they think they know. Vine leaves, some very nice cuts there, and then we've got some trees, some lovely trees there. It's a vase, but I don't think I'd use it for a vase. I think any discoloration and cleaning of it would be detrimental to it. I think I just use it as a vase because it is very, very beautiful. It's mainly a work of art, really. I don't know where it comes from. It might be Czech, I don't know. But if you do know, please let me know. It's very heavy, lovely cutting at the top. Again, you've got vines, and then coming around to this very beautiful. On the bottom, it's sort of star cut, always a sign of good quality. But a very beautiful piece of glass that I picked up at the charity shop. If you just look at these again, see the trees, very well cut. Little one down here. Altogether, very beautiful vase with this top in very good condition. So you can get these very beautiful things from charity shops. Just keep going in each day and you might find something like this. So that's the first item, very beautiful. There's a trunk of the tree. That's also been cut out. I think you can see from the side view maybe. It's been quite, because it's quite a thick glass and they've dug it out quite a lot. And you've got these at the bottom. There is these indentations as well. So that is glass. Put that away so it's not in the way of the camera. The next item, this one you might have seen if you see I Love Decanters, another who does a very good show on, he does videos on glass, very good ones. If you haven't subscribed to him, I would suggest you do if you like glass, because he's very knowledgeable about glass. I saw at this one, he did a video about going around Yoxford Antique Centre, and I saw this item on his blog and he was thinking it was stylistically about 1820, and it's a cayenne pepper. It's got this little spoon at the end of it. You only need a tiny bit of cayenne pepper because it's really hot, so you need a small spoon. So it's a cayenne pepper container, probably about 1820-ish from the stylistic view. He did show other glass on that video, but by the time I got to Yoxford, they had disappeared. So this is the only one I could find and purchase. But I will be going back to that antique shop to see. So it's got the stopper, and then the nicely cut container. doesn't seem to be much damage. What always surprises me about this old glass is that it still survives. It's still carrying on. So it must have been put somewhere safe in a house and kept away from animals and children and people with a clumsy hand like myself. So we'll take that away and put it on the side again. The last one I've got is, now I got this from an antique shop in Colchester. It's from an antique shop called Elizabeth Cannon. They sell all sorts of antiques and jewellery. That's in Crouch Street in Colchester, a place to go to if you like your glass. And also they deal a lot in silver. They have a lot of antique jewellery, and it's quite good priced. As you can see, it's got a broken pontil, a very sharp broken pontil. You'd probably cut your finger if you sliced on that too much. And it's a little dram. I think it's a dram glass in the shape of a thistle. So that could probably be Scottish, I would think. It's supposed to be, they've got on the label, thistle design with a broken pontil, dram glass of plain thistle. And it was £28, which, when you think that this is over probably 200 years old, that's not bad, is it? For a lovely little glass like that. Can still use it if you want to put a dram of whiskey in there, maybe on Burns night or something like that. Very beautiful glass. I'll just put that video a bit more so you can see it. It has got a little bubble in the glass. I can't see it at the moment, but I did see a bubble in the glass. But here's a nice one with this little thing, little bubble here. So that's very easy to put your fingers around and hold it securely. So it's easy to lift and it won't fall over. So if you're in Colchester and you're looking for glass jewellery, then go to Elizabeth Cannon's. I think they start opening on Wednesdays, but they're not open Monday and Tuesday. And not also Sunday, of course. So they're limited hours, but they do have these individual glasses, which are very cheap. You can get sort of cheap Edwardian glass there, and it's probably about £12–13 for a nice cut. And then we've got individual Georgian glass, like this one, at quite good prices. And they have sets, you know, you can go in there and get 6 or 8 or 10 antique glasses. I think they're quite good to have individual little glasses like this, because if you have a party, you can give them individual ones and you know which one's yours now. You don't need one of those little coloured clasps on it to show which one's yours. You know it, and also it's a talking point. You can say, you know, this one is, you know, Edwardian, this one is Victorian, this one is sort of 1930s, and you've got a talking point just from the glasses. So I don't think you need to have glasses if you've got people around matching. They can be individually, and I think it could be quite a good thing to have it individually, that everyone has a different one and they can talk about their glass, and maybe you have a little thing like this which actually gives you a bit of information about the glass. I think that would be quite good as well. I don't think I'd have my Georgian glass on the table just in case. Usually I use it now and again for drinking, but I'll show you another glass that I got from Elizabeth Cannon, which my son got me, and it's of a later date. I think I've shown this one on a previous video. I'll just show you again so you can see this is the sort of thing I was thinking about. I think it's Victorian, late Victorian. Very lovely cut. All around, it seems to be cut everywhere. And I think this was about 18, 19 pounds. It was bought by my son for, I think it was a birthday, because he's a bit of a cheapskate. But it's a lovely, lovely glass. And this is something I do use. I use it if I have some ginger wine. I quite like ginger wine, and also some fruity cocktails and that sort of stuff. It's a very lovely glass. So they do come out. These ones, the later ones, the sort of Victorian ones, and the Edwardian ones I do still use, but a lovely, lovely glass. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little look at some new purchases. Please subscribe if you haven't, because that does help, and it doesn't cost anything, and it does help me. And give it a like, a comment, it all helps my channel. And I'll see you again very shortly. I'll be doing videos on other topics, so please look at my other topics, because it's not just glass. I do sort of history, gardening, all sorts of things. So these are things that don't go out of date. So even if you looked at something that I did a year or two ago, it's still relevant to today. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.